Hi, I'm Samantha Rumbaugh, and I'm from Los Angeles, California.
My name is Charles Rumbaugh, born and raised here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I am an account executive and the youth liaison for New Mexico United. Becoming an adult was hard. I had it all growing up, and unfortunately, my senior year of high school, I lost my father to kidney failure, and that made things really tough entering adulthood as an 18-year-old and even going through my 20s. I turned to alcohol to get through, really didn't address a lot of problems, and I didn't go to school, and I spent a lot of my 20s just working and being full of stress. I'd say the turning point of where I thought that it was time to make a change was I had turned 29 years old and looked back on not per se my entire life, but I really looked back at the past 10 years and I felt that I didn't have anything to show for, and that I have really been missing something in my life, and that was a sense of accomplishment that I felt I had been chasing and never earned. And I decided then I wasn't going to earn it by drinking all the time, and I wasn't going to earn it by staying in the day-to-day alcohol industry that I was in.
So mentally, I was struggling with some depression and a whole lot of anxiety, and meeting Charles really helped. It brought me out of my shell for sure. I was a little skeptical and a little scared, just going into a new relationship, but it really blossomed and I felt very secure.
Sam undoubtedly is my best friend and the biggest support piece in my life and that I've ever encountered. Sam always lifts me up. She's there to tell me I love me when I wake up in the morning, and there to tell me she loves me when I go to bed at night. She is my biggest fan when it comes to anything I want to do and anything I strive for, and I really appreciate her and the kids for just being this constant support system for me for the past few years. I don't believe I am where I am today without Sam and the kids.
So on the morning of January 8th, 2024, I learned that my father had died of suicide. I think I was more scared of the fact that my biggest fear came true. It was hard. I remember collapsing, but after that, everything else seemed like a blur. Like it didn't feel real. I was definitely daddy's little girl. It was his firstborn, and everywhere he went, I went. There were days where he would ask me if I wanted to go to school or go to work with him, and I would obviously say I wanted to go to work. But we had a very good relationship. He was very supportive and would never steer me away from my dreams, but would be very honest of how he felt about certain things. So it was nice to have the support, but also have that masculine figure that kind of helps steer you the right way. So during the first couple of months, my dad's funeral wasn't until February. It was very difficult being all the way over here in New Mexico and not being able to help or be around all my other family. Especially my kids who were also very close to my father. It was difficult, but with the support of, our familia here and my brother and sister who are here as well, it was hard, but knowing that I had support made it easier. Traveling from here to Los Angeles was what felt like the longest drive ever. But once we were there and with family, everything felt like it was going to be okay.
What I've done to help Sam through this difficult time and really help the entire family is simply be here and reassure them every single minute of every day that I am here and that I am going to be here for them, and I want them to be able to come to me for anything.
So what has really, truly helped me, besides my family and my friends, I've done a lot of writing, meditation, but the biggest help has been therapy for sure. I have done just regular therapy. I've gone and done group grief counseling, and just knowing that I'm not the only one going through this. It sounds weird to say it's nice, but it's nice to know that there's someone out there who has an understanding of what I'm going through.
Loss is hard in any aspect, and in a situation of mental health and suicide, it hits a little bit harder, I think, because of the suddenness of everything. And although I don't have that as an intense, I would say, of an experience, I know one thing, and that it's going to be okay. And so I know these things take time, and that these things are hard to maneuver, and everybody does it differently. But there's one thing I know for sure, and that is ultimately we're all going to be okay. It doesn't necessarily get better, but with each passing day, it gets a little bit easier. And I'm just here to remind them that and do anything I can for them.
So this was my father's helmet when he worked at the Walt Disney Studios as a fireman. Holding this helmet makes me feel like he's close to me. It's nice to have a piece of what he did that I grew up with, just close by.